to add yourself into whatever it is. Yeah. You have to give it your distinction of you and who you are as an individual.
Yeah, you can't just copy.
Yeah. And I tell you, that is the first time I've ever heard anybody in FMA say that.
Yeah.
Because everybody's you got to look like us. You got to be, you know, Serrata, you know everybody because of what they do and how they do. But to hear that is refreshing. Yeah. Because that's a rarity, right? We've never heard that from anybody.
And like I said, I'm either going to make a lot of enemies or I'm going to make a lot of friends. So, again, it's just the way that I train, right?
No, and that's, I think that's wonderful because there isn't enough of that. I mean, in our system, we actually don't have a system. That's our system, right? The bladed mind is more about not what we teach, but how we teach.
Yeah.
And it's all conceptual. It's all what the individual has to do it for themselves.
Yeah, the learning process.
Yeah, all of our bodies are different. So how can I force you to do something that, I'm all banged up, so I can't do certain things. Yeah. So how can I tell you to do them if I can't even do them?
Yeah.
So we've come to the conclusion that the individual has to be themselves. Mm-hmm. And when you do that, I tell you, you get some really good fighters. You get some really good ideas that come out of these people.
I mean, going back to Bruce Lee, if somebody said stay in your box, would Bruce Lee be who he was or how we know him today? No, right? And don't get me wrong, I feel that having a fundamental basic understanding of what your curriculum is
important
is very important.
Don't
get me wrong.
You need that. You still need your ABCs.
We still do that, of course. But after a certain point, we say, okay, now all the harnesses are off. Right. Now you can do what you want to do for you.
Here's a pencil. Write something.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that somebody said, well, how do you teach somebody how to fight, or how do you learn how to fight? You fight. You know? I can't tell you, okay, take your left foot and step forward and do this, right?
Insert here to face.
Yeah, insert to face. There's no script for that, And
he wasn't there when I tried it.
Yeah. It's like he didn't come at me like this.
Jim Carrey.
Right? Yeah.
And that was realistic. As funny as that was, that was very realistic.
Exactly. And that's kind of how you gotta look at your art. Now again, the fundamental part of it, you learn your curriculum, you learn your basics. When they get that, then you decide, okay, hey, maybe you don't move like me. I'm gonna modify this for you.
Right. There you go.
We have a handicapped person, and that we've been training for a long time, and he has.
Why are you pointing at me?
I know, like him. No, he's he doesn't have the same mobility or function on his left side as he does on his right side. Okay. So one of the things that we said to him was, make your right side like a superhero. If you look like that guy where your bicep over here is just ripped and over here it's like not. Yeah. It is what it is.
Right.
But we make everything for this side of your body.
So his DC character is Two-Face.
Yeah, exactly, right?
I'm impressed.
And boy, I'm telling you, when we focused just on that side and said, okay, let's change it this way, man, the guy is amazing. And
on the list, get him on the show.
There you go. Get him on the show. And he's very humble about what he does, and he, and that's the thing too. It's like, okay, learn it. When you learn it, then you question it.
Right. Oh, good. Yeah.
I like that.
Right. See, again, these are things that we don't hear in the other systems. Yeah. Oh, we don't hear it enough. Yeah.
You have to question it. Will it work for me? Will it work? Will it really work? Does it work with a stick? Does it work with a knife? Does it work with, a bandana? You know. It's not stiff. Right? It's not going to work. But how do you know? Snap it.
Yeah. Well, it's cool because we had Jason and I on here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he'll tell you, you have to make this work against everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. His testing is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy's he's one of my heroes.
Yeah.
I mean, just the way he presents himself is incredible.
Yeah.
I know.
I
that guy's scary.
Yeah.
No,
but
we
he's
met
super
him.
nice at the same time.
He was stretching with one of his students. He was like, "Oh yeah, we just finished two classes. I'm just a little bit tired. Had a 9-mile run earlier before classes start." I'm like, "Who does that? It's a weekend, right?"
Yeah.
I look at those guys that put in so much time and passion into it. It's amazing. It is.
You see the results.
Yeah, definitely. Don't get me wrong. I do see
Where do you think? We ask this a lot because we always get some crazy, weird questions or answers from everybody. Yeah. Where do you think martial arts is going?
Ooh, yeah, that's always a kind of.
I think there's like a, it depends, right? You've got separation. You got the MMA world,
right,
and then you've got the traditional world, right? Me, I see it going full circle. And what I mean about full circle is that it started in a karate school learning your basic blocks, and then now you've got MMA who glamorized knowing a little bit of everything, right, and then you've got now the guys who are masters of what they do, and also, if not, there's again split. You got guys who say, that stuff will never work, that's sport, and then you got guys that say, stick to your traditional, you'll be fine. You got to blend it, right? We're going into the future here, and if we sit here in a box and say that this is the only way,
it's going to die.
Yeah, it's going to die. But again, going full circle is if you can reach somebody's mind and just say, hey, if I taught you 2 + 2 = 5, I need you to figure out what 2 + 2
really is
to make 5.
Right.
It's impossible. Yeah, if you put it on paper, 2 + 2 is 4. It's just scientifically 4. It's mathematically 4. But you can make it 5. How do you make it 5? You just got to figure it out what'll work for you. And I think that's where where we're heading is these kids are looking at MMA, or these people who have no traditional training. They're looking at MMA and they're saying, man, those guys are beating each other up.
Right.
But as a martial artist, you're looking at their punches and their kicks and everything, and you're going, oh, that's a Muay Thai round kick. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a spinning back fist.
There's a cat stand transition into a high kick.
Exactly. You're starting to pick that out, and if you tell the kid or tell that person and go, okay, this is how you properly throw it, and then now you put them in pressure, and then say, now adjust your body to make it work in that situation, that's where you're going to get the most out of it. One of the things that Grandmaster Ronnie Esteller used to say, and this is with all his basics, he would have his young students do a grab art or a grab defense, punch defense, and if it didn't work in that situation, he would be screaming, make it work, make it work, make it work, and you're going, I can't, but because you have that ringing in your head,
right. Yeah, you start to
like pull everything out. If I gotta grab crotch,
right,
and do what I gotta do, then I can get up into that stance. When I get into that stance, now I can go into my technique.
Hey, does the ring stop the recording? You sure?
I'll try.
Yeah, you should probably do that.
No, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so you constantly hear that, make it work, make it work, make it work. Right?
So your brain takes over.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you try to, you want to even get it to the points where your muscle memory takes over.
Right.
Your brain's in panic.
Right.
Oh no, what do I do? But sometimes you just got to release and just let your body do what it's going to do. Well, because, I think Grandmaster Pete, and I like to quote these people a lot because I take a lot of their philosophy. Grandmaster Pete said, somebody asked me, what am I going to teach at the seminar? And he goes, I don't know what I'm going to teach at the seminar. It's what comes out. Right?
That really is.
And so when somebody asks you, what would you do in this situation?
Man, I hate that question.
Exactly. It's like, I don't know what I'm going to do what my body lets me do at that point.
Don't you hate the replies, well, what if?
Yeah, what if? I'm like,
well, if you do that, what if I... It's like, we can go back and forth all day.
Yeah, we can go back and forth all day long.
This situation here, I'd probably take a shot to the face and then throw my coffee at you.
Yeah, exactly, right? Hey, I don't know. But that's not martial arts. What are you talking about? That's self-defense,
Yeah, it's what I do.
Exactly.
That's why I have a cup of coffee all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the thing. Like, you know, us as trained martial artists, we.
Oh, are we trained?
Right?
I keep
exactly.
forgetting.
You as trained martial artist.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things like you kind of take on this persona. You put a chip on your shoulder, but not a chip that puts you above everybody.
Right.
The chip on your shoulder is there to
Yeah, it's a hard
remind
one.
you, you know, hey, look around, be aware of your surroundings.
Right.
That's it. You know, and first thing I do when I walk into a building is where's the exit?
Exactly.
You know,
You're at a restaurant, back to the wall.
Yeah, back to the wall, back to the wall. They're like, oh,
Honey,
there's
you
an
sit
ashtray
here.
right there.
Yeah.
Ashtray. I
Clear
can
lines
have
of
that,
visibility.
you know?
Yeah.
Exactly, right? And that's, you know, some people say that's paranoia.
No,
That's
You're not scared.
You're not scared.
No,
You're
I just want to
being
know.
aware.
Yeah, I just want to know
know?
where I'm going to take your head straight to the wall.
Exactly.
Oh, we're going to this wall right here.
And then you start to develop that eye, right? Like the Terminator, right?
Yeah.
The crosshairs, right?
Starts gearing.
You know,
Yeah.
exactly. You start.
One of
looking
the
at
first things that I taught this kid was just,
Yeah.
you know, I said, you know, here, we're going to go into this room, and we're inside the gym. I set him in the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
I said, close your eyes.
Yeah.
Go, listen to everything. Tell me all the sounds you hear.
Yeah.
He's like, you breathing? He said, no. Do you hear the car? He goes, oh yeah, there's a car. Do you hear the door slam? Oh yeah, there was a.
Yeah.
You hear the kids?
Yeah.
He's like,
Holy crap.
and this is just to understand
Yeah.
what's around you all the time, and recognize little sounds
Yes.
or whatever else, so you know, oh, I'm okay. I don't hear
Yeah.
anything going, hey motherfucker, I'm gonna
Yeah,
kill you.
exactly, right?
Oh wait, that sounds sounds bad.
Sounds a little
Yeah,
bad.
something's going on. You're gonna.
Yeah, exactly. Break up the phone. You know, I traveled with Grandmaster Sean Hayes. We went over to Arizona, and on the way to the airport, we're sitting on the tram, going from the bus, from the airport to the rental car place, and he goes, okay, I need you to close your eyes. How many people on this bus have glasses? And I was like, are you serious right now? Like,
This is a test.
Hold on. When
This
I
is for
walked
your black
in,
belt.
yeah, exactly. When
It's on the line.
when I walked in, I saw the dude in the right. He had sunglasses, and the dude, and he's like, okay, good. Now, which one of them was sweating? You know, I was like, oh man. But it makes you think now. You know.
So now after that, every time you walk into a thing, you're
I'm
like,
telling you, yeah. And
He's
I do
gonna
it with
ask
my
me
own
this.
kids
Hey,
now.
which guy has sunglasses?
Got me, man.
That guy with the hat, he has sunglasses. They were in his pocket. They were
But
aviators.
That,
reflectors.
yeah, I'm telling you, I'm right. Aviators, they were Ray-Bans.
$12.95 on the catalog.
Exactly, right? Down to that. He was a 9.5 shoe, and he was, there's a hole in the right
Yeah.
side, you know.
And he stepped on pooped.
Yeah, exactly. And he smelled a little weird too, you know. But those are little things that you tend to look past, and that's part
Right.
of being aware, right?
Oh yeah.
You know?
Because you do have some people
And,
that
you
aren't
know,
trained.
surprisingly,
Yeah.
that is never really taught in the gym.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody teaches that.
That's experience.
That's an extra
Yeah.
free lesson that you get when you're walking around with the guy.
Kids don't even get it. They're
Yeah.
just like, what? I have to pay. What kind of pants he's wearing? I'm like, but you don't realize those pants are made for winter, and it's 100 degrees right now. Why is he wearing them?
Yeah, he's
You
gonna
know?
run.
Yeah.
he's got a samurai in the back.
Exactly. Oh,
You know, it's funny you said it because that's the very thing that we teach in our rape prevention classes.
nice.
Oh yeah.
We
Nice.
talk
Yep.
about
Like
you know,
half the class is just that awareness.
Nice. Good. And I'm for that. You know, my wife hates it. She thinks I'm crazy. You know, but like when something happens, like we'll be walking at Walmart and I go,
Yeah.
hey, see that guy hiding behind the thing? She's like, what? What about him? I said, he just stole something and he's looking around, you know. And she's like, yeah, right. And then next thing you know, we get up to the front and they got him in cuffs and everything. I'm like, see, I told you. I was watching.
you're that husband.
You know?
He's the one who told security.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Hey, guys.
Hey,
I see that a lot at Target.
Yeah.
Guy just puts a beer in his pocket. And
Yeah.
yeah. So I do it too now.
Exactly, right?
and he doesn't even drink.
And I don't even drink. I sell it down the street to the guys waiting at Home Depot.
Exactly. Hey guys.
Discount.
We're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that. All right.
You know that's right. Get him on every morning. I gotta pick him up at Home Depot. At 5 o'clock, I gotta bring him back.
I'm supposed to be getting union wages. But
We're working on it. I think I got him for 2 more weeks before I gotta give him a pay hike.
Oh man.
yeah, this went down the road. Oh no, but to the point of that he was making about muscle memory, and the way we approach that and what we do is that same idea of focusing on the sounds and figuring out what's what, even though you don't have eyes.
Yeah.
You're feeding your brain information.
Yeah.
And even though you do get in a panic, what you train most is what happens, right?
Yeah.
So what if you train the idea constantly?
Yeah.
Then that's what you're going to do, even in a panic.
That makes sense. And yes, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, because I see it, the way that you're talking about these ideas that you're teaching versus...
Yeah. Then it changes your outcome. It changes the situation. It changes
your options.
It gives you options.
Have you watched his Naeem shorts?
I have not.
Yeah.
I've seen your shorts.
I know that.
They're pretty. That fuchsia one, awesome. It brings up your eyes.
I like the Merlot ones. Brings out my quads a bit.
So good.
Just three guys having a conversation. That's it.
Very close to each other.
You know, we have a couple events coming up, as you know.
Oh yeah.
One that we just started, and I'm really proud of because it's something I've been wanting to do for the Asian community, and not just limited to the Asian community.
Yeah.
We're
Only
doing
Asians. No, I'm kidding.
we're doing a self-protection class with the Park and Rec
Yeah.
over by my house, which is a heavy Asian community.
Yeah.
And it's over there in San Bruno Avenue.
Okay.
And back in the day, that was a bad neighborhood
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So it still kind of is.
Yeah.
And you hear, you know, my wife has an app that tells you the crimes in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
San Bruno.
Notification.
Every
Like,
time, right?
Yeah.
So I'm hearing it and I go, dude, what can I do to help this out? So I reached out to the Park and Rec over there, which is Palega Park,
Yeah.
right there on 500 Felton. Plug.
Shameless.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
But they said, yeah, we would love to have you. You're right. We do have a large Asian community.
Yeah.
I go, but it's not going to be limited. I goes, oh no, that's
Yeah.
great. You know. So we're going to be starting that on May 7th. But one of the things that, from what you're saying, it almost sounds like it's what I'm going to be teaching.
Nice.
Right.
And that's what
Okay.
you know. That was the thing. I was like, cool. This
Yeah.
guy gets it.
Yeah.
You know, because how many times have you seen these people advertising? Oh, we're going to teach people, you know, self-defense
Yeah.
and. Oh, they're elderly, right? And they're
Yeah.
like, oh, look, we got them here,
Yeah.
and look what grandma can do. She breaks
Yeah,
up.
exactly,
Like,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Right? Of course, he's like, okay, I'll let it go.
Yeah.
Like, you jackass. You know,
Yeah.
why are you giving these people a
Yeah.
false sense of, you know, oh, they're going to be able to, you know, that's BS,
Yeah.
right?
We lose more friends with what we say than you will, so don't.
Yeah, Because you have to tell the truth,
You
right?
have to tell the truth.
Why
Yeah.
are you telling these people they can do these incredible triple back somersault
exactly.
kicks, you know, at age 70? Come
Yeah,
on.
come on.
What are you doing?
Well, first, you know, if he
Although
grabs
if you're
you-
Michelle,
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna say we've met a few people that technically qualify for elderly,
Yeah.
and they're pretty badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Malia.
Malia, yeah.
Oh, she'll rip your heart out.
Yes. Yes.
And then do Pilates.
And then
Yeah. And then serve your tea after. And like, you know, let's have a conversation. Let's think about what you just did.
Where did you go wrong?
Yeah, we had her on the show, and she's like, "Yeah, you got a fat belly, Rick." I'm like, God damn. She was like, putting on yeah, see, this is not good. I'm like, oh, busted me out on my own show.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we get the husband on, and I was like, "No, it's all good."
Yeah. There you go again.
Yeah, my house got shot up. What? Yeah, watch his episode.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep,
my
yep.
He has
Yeah.
some crazy stories.
Because we wanted to corroborate some of the stories that Malia told us
Yeah.
about him and what happened between them, and then he told us his side of the story, and we're like, it went way deeper than Malia. Like Malia was tame compared to his stories. I was like, holy crap.
No shame. He's like, she did this to me.
No, it wasn't even about each other. It was just about what happened while they were
Wow.
together.
Yeah.
Wow.
The crazy
Yeah.
shit that went on in their
Oh my
lives.
Wow.
God.
Yeah. So some really, you know, we get a lot of interesting people here.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
why we call on you.
Yeah. No, exactly.
we had heard stories.
And I was, you know, again, stories, right?
Yeah.
Corroboration. We don't know where these stories came from. I mean, one of the things is I grew up in Union City.
Mhm.
And in Union City, just like here in San Francisco, there was a big density of Filipinos. And back in the 90s,
Bahala na.
it wasn't
BNG.
Yeah, right? I'm telling you, There's some 3 letters out there that I'm not gonna, put out there and glorify. But the thing is that we noticed the difference of what side of the bay you grew up on.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right, and then you started to realize, hey, it was cool